Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to get right into today's video. I've never really explained to you guys how I run this 5.0 motor on the ground or any of my carbureted motors on the ground. And I'm going to run you through that process today. I know this is going to look a bit confusing, but it's super simple. So the first thing to start with is that this is a built 5 liter from a 93 Mustang. It has heads, pistons, rods, all that good stuff. It had a supercharger on it, but I swapped on a carbureted manifold and a carburetor for a more simple street setup. And yeah, that's pretty much the rundown of what's inside the motor. I think this is a 600 CFM Holley. It has been cleaned up and rebuilt. And now let's get on to the wiring of this situation. You're gonna have your big ground cable that's coming off of your block or your transmission somewhere. You're gonna clamp that to the negative cable. You're gonna put the negative cable from your fuel pump to here, and that's it for negative. You don't need to touch that anymore. Your positive wire from your distributor, you have it loosely on your battery because you're gonna have to remove that wire to shut the motor down. So don't forget that. Don't clamp it here and then the motor just runs funny and then you need to shut it down. You gotta unclamp it. So put it somewhere where you can just pull it out. This here is the exciter wire for the starter. So when you touch the positive here, it rolls the motor. And this here coming from your fuel pump is the positive wire for the fuel pump, and I have the fuel pump running into a regulator and then going into the carburetor. So when I touch the fuel pump to the positive, you see we get fuel pressure and it's low enough that it doesn't do any damage to the carburetor. So now that we have the system prime, you give it a few pumps of fuel, make sure fuel's in the carburetor, take the exciter wire from the starter, and then you crank your motor up. As you guys have just seen, the motor is running extremely well. It needs some fine tuning on the fire and fuel, so we need to get those sorted out, but the only way to really get those timed and fueled properly is to get this motor in the car, put a radiator on it, bring it up to operating temperature, and then we can start messing with all the settings and getting the motor pretty much ready to get beaten the hell out of, because we're going to be running this one pretty hard, just like every other motor on this channel. But yeah, hopefully in the near future we can have this back in the car and ready to go. What's really holding that up is that I need a bracket for my alternator, and I also need a water pump. I am so afraid to break these bolts. I'm really just hoping I could get away with leaving this water pump on. I know that the outlets of the pump are rusty, but I'm not actually using these at all. I'm blocking this off, and we're just going to use the outlet. So this will be the inlet, this will be the outlet for the water pump, and then hopefully we get away with that. But I need a water pump pulley, alternator, and we should be good to go. So yeah, I know this was a very short video. I'm so sorry about that, but I just couldn't stand the thought of not uploading for almost 20 days, so I had to get out some type of content. I've been working non-stop. I've been sick for about a week. It seems like whenever I get a good system going where I have videos coming out like 4 or 5 days a week, something always happens. But I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna get these cars out. The next, I think, video is gonna be about the audio show and how the Fuga did in that show. Also, I think a video after that is going to be about the 4-valve swap. We have some brake issues to sort out. I want to delete the rear brakes completely so that when I like burning out and sliding. I don't slow down the rear at all. A couple of things to do to get it ready to actually make drifting videos, and some pretty exciting things that we're going to be doing with that probably in the next month or two. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Always remember, don't drift without your dreams, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.